What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Zero Lab. Today it looks like we have some leaks from the Space-Time Smackdown set that is coming to TCG Pocket here in just the next day or so. And so we're going to go over some of these card reveals or leaks. Now, keep in mind, these might not all be 100% accurate. They are leaks kind of coming out on Twitter. There could be more leaks over the course of this day of cards that I haven't seen yet, but we're going to just feature the ones that I have seen so far and kind of talk about their competitive viability. But keep in mind, not all of these might be real. We might be getting duped a little bit on some of these, but they do seem to be real. So we're going to go over these leaks, and then we'll do a full set review later on when the full set is officially revealed. But since these cards are out there, everyone's seeing them on Twitter and all that, figured we would go over them here. So starting off, we have Magnezone and Manaphy revealed. This Magnezone is an electric type lightning type Pokemon, stage 2, with the Thunder Blast attack for a lightning and 2 colorless. It does 110. And then you discard a lightning energy from this Pokemon. An okay attack, not great for a stage 2, most likely. Then we have this basic Manaphy with the Oceanic Gift attack for 1 water energy. It says choose 2 of your benched Pokemon, and for each of those Pokemon, take a water energy from your energy zone and attach it to that Pokemon. So more water energy acceleration coming into the game, and this could be really, really strong for things like Gyarados EX. We've already seen Gyarados EX be pretty good, and just finding a way to power it up even more quickly between Oceanic Gift and Misty seems good. We also know the new Palkia EX is coming out. Articuno EX we already have. Those sorts of things. So this is really interesting to have more water energy acceleration, and I do expect Manaphy to see some play. Next, we just have a few of the art rare cards. These ones, none of these seem like too competitively viable, but I do really like the Staraptor art. That looks really cool. The Bidoof has Super Fang. For 2 colorless, it says have your opponent's active Pokemon's remaining HP rounded down. So that means if you're attacking into a Staraptor, for example, with 140 HP, you do 70 damage to them. Seems okay. Then the Staraptor has Clutch for 3 colorless. It does 80, and during your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't retreat. Again, not that great on a stage 2. And then Assault Laser on the Rotom for 1 colorless energy does 20 plus 30 more damage if your opponent's active Pokemon has a Pokemon Tool attached. So Pokemon Tool cards are coming out, obviously, in this expansion. We already saw that with the Pachirisu EX. But more confirmation there on the Rotom's attack, but still not that great of an attack. So I don't really see either of these 3 being that good, but they do have cool arts. We have Infernape EX and Gallade EX revealed. Both of these are stage 2s. Infernape for 2 fire has Flare Blitz and discard all fire energy from this Pokemon. It does have free retreat as well, so that's a good thing to keep in mind. That's always a good attribute to have. It does 140 for 2 fire, and then you have to discard all of the energy attached to this Pokemon, so that's a little bit tough. But then you can just free retreat out of it into your next Infernape, and then attach for turn to this one that's now on the bench. You can kind of cycle between the two, but again, being a stage 2, I think it's pretty tough to pull that combo off. So I don't expect this to be too good, especially if water is getting even better with Manaphy. Fire is not super happy to see that. And then we have the Gallade, which does seem interesting. Weak to Psychic. So that's one thing to note. It does get 1-hit KO'd by a Mewtwo EX, but it has the Energized Blade attack. It does 70 plus 20 more damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. So yeah, I mean, I think that is just pretty good damage output on a fighting type Pokemon. It's interesting that it obviously evolves from Kirlia, but it's a fighting type Pokemon, so I guess you could like make a weird Psychic deck with Gallade and the Gardevoir that attaches Psychic energy. There's some weird stuff you could do there. Certainly an interesting card, one of the better fighting type EXs maybe that we have so far. Then we have a couple supporters revealed. Volkner says choose one of your Electivire or Luxray. Attach 2 lightning energy from your discard pile to that Pokemon. Now, it's interesting wording. We do have things that discard our energy, but they don't really. Energy doesn't go to our discard pile. Yeah. we do, I guess, discard energy with retreating and those sorts of things. But yeah, so you have to make sure that you've discarded energy before you're using Volkner. But good energy acceleration for Electivire and Luxray. We haven't seen the Luxray yet. I think we have another Electivire maybe, but maybe there's a new Electivire coming out. Haven't seen that yet either. But if either of those are good, this could be a very strong supporter, obviously. But the really big one here, I think, is Cyrus. Switch in one of your opponent's bench Pokemon that has damage on it to the active spot. So this is the first targeted gust that we have in the game. But again, they're keeping us away from fully having like a boss's orders effect in the game. We can't just switch in whatever Pokemon we want. There's always going to be a condition, it seems like, in TCG Pocket, which I think is good. I hope it stays that way. And it has to be a Pokemon that has damage on it already. So yeah, I think that this card is very, very good. It makes effects like the Zebstrika, the Hitmonlee, those sorts of things that are targeting the bench even better. Anything that does spread damage as well becomes even better because now you're able to target things down with Cyrus. So I think this card is really good, and it makes other cards very good that are like targeting things on the bench or doing benched damage, like Articuno, for example. Now you're going to be able to, you attack with Articuno, you do all that bench damage, and then Cyrus can come in and gust whatever up that you want to gust up. I think this card is very, 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 very strong. Moving on to a couple other card reveals, we have Porygon Z for 3 colorless energy. It has the Buggy Beam attack, does 80, and then change the type of the next energy that will be generated for your opponent to one of the following at random, and it's all of the energy types. So that could be kind of disruptive for your opponent if they need to attach a specific type of energy for turn. And let's say they're playing a Psychic deck and you just change it to like a Lightning type energy that's going to be the next one in their energy zone. That could be very annoying for them. So very disruptive, but again, on a stage 2, so, and needs 3 energy to attack. So probably not that good, but could be a fun deck. And then Darkrai, basic for 2 dark and a colorless, has the Dark Void attack. Does 60 and your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. Again, that's very strong, but I think we have better ways to put things to sleep. There's a lot better attackers that sort of do the same thing for less energy. And we have, I think, 2 of the big ones. I think these are going to be very good decks. We've already seen the Cynthia revealed. The Cynthia supporter says your Togekiss or Garchomp do plus 50 this turn. And we have the Togekiss that has the Overdrive Smash attack for 2 Psychic Energy, does 60 damage, and during your next turn, this Pokemon's Overdrive Smash attack does 60 more damage. So Overdrive Smash can do 120 if you've used it last turn. Plus 50 from Cynthia means it's doing 170. That's crazy. And even doing the 110 on your first Overdrive Smash with Cynthia is very, very good. This is, yeah, I think this could be a very strong deck. Absolutely, yeah. Togekiss seems very good, and I'm a big Togekiss fan, so happy to see that. And then Garchomp, we finally have a draw ability in the game. This is something that we've kind of been waiting for. It has the Reckless Shearing ability on the Garchomp. You must discard a card from your hand. In order to use this ability once during your turn, you may draw a card. So the ability trade from the Pokemon TCG is finally in the game here in TCG Pocket. Then we have the Dragon Claw attack for a water and a fighting does 100, but again, with Cynthia, you can do 150. So I do think this Garchomp is going to be really good, if for nothing other than just that ability. Again, it is on a stage 2, so that makes it a little bit harder. Maybe we'll see some evolution search in the game, though. We haven't seen all of the item cards revealed from this expansion, but very cool to see a draw ability in the game. I think Togekiss and Garchomp are going to be very good. Then we do have some of the Pokemon tools revealed. First, we have Giant Cape. The Pokemon this card is attached to gets plus 20 HP. That's nice. Then we have the Rocky Helmet. If the Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, do 20 damage to the attacking Pokemon. And immediately you think of using this on something like... well, what is that Pokemon called? The Dragon Pokemon that has this effect on its ability. I'm totally blanking on its name, but it came out in the last expansion, was used with Gyarados. I can vision the Pokemon in my brain, but I can't think of the name. Anyway, you pair that with the Rocky Helmet, and you're doing 40 damage to your opponent when they attack into you. So that's pretty cool. And then you have the Lumberry. At the end of each turn, if the Pokemon this card is attached to is affected by any special conditions, it recovers from all of them, and then you discard this card. So that can protect you from sleep, poison, paralyze, all that stuff. So that seems interesting. Then we have our, I believe these are the final ones. Yeah, these are the final cards we have revealed so far. Cresselia EX, this looks to be sort of like our Lapras event. Pokemon has the Lunar Plumage ability. Whenever you attach a Psychic Energy from your Energy Zone to this Pokemon, heal 20 damage from this Pokemon. And then Psychic Flash for 2 Psychic and a Colorless, you do 80 damage. Then Weavile EX on a stage 1 has the Scratching Nails attack. It does 30 plus 40 more damage if your opponent's active Pokemon has any damage on it already. And I think this card is also very good. Hitting weakness on Psychic type Pokemon is very good. Obviously, Mewtwo EX is very strong. Probably still will be very strong. And we just needed more stage 1 EXs that attacked for 1 energy and had, decent damage output. And the Weavile certainly has that. We'll see if we have any other trainers paired with this. But you attach a Rocky Helmet to this, and you're doing 70 per turn for 1 energy plus a little bit more. That could be really good damage output for just 1 energy on stage 1 EX. So I think the Weavile EX will also be pretty good in TCG Pocket. So these are the cards we have revealed so far. If we get more cards revealed, I'll try to make another video, but we should have the full set revealed very soon, and we'll do a full set reveal for that as well. But super excited for this set to come out. It's always a fun time in TCG Pocket when there's a new set coming out. Hopefully, you guys aren't too bothered by me covering leaks. Everyone's seeing these on Twitter, so it's more of a reveal now than a leak. It is a leak, but everyone's seeing them already. So, yeah, I think these are very, very cool cards, and I'm excited to see the rest of the set. But if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.